Whammy Grammy, Tyler.
Big Whammy Grammy Alex.
What's up?
Nothing. But, I just realized, this sounds like I made it up, but this is episode 49, and I just happen to be wearing this 49ers fucking shirt. How great is that?
Wow, imagine that.
It seems like I planned that, but you'd also be like, why? Who cares?
Yeah, I believe that you didn't plan that, because, why, who cares? But that's cool. A cool coincidence.
Yeah, imagine if on our Panthers episode you wore a Carolina Panthers jersey.
Yeah, which one's that? Which episode is that?
Oh, that's like 110.
Nice. Well, I'll keep that in mind. I mean,
No,
I won't
Panthers
keep
suck.
it in mind, because then the coincidence wouldn't be coincidental if I had that kept in mind.
That's true. What are you wearing? Miami Dolphins?
This is a Tom Robinson original.
Oh, damn.
Cool.
It is. It's close to Dolphins colors, though, so it wasn't way off.
Is it?
Yeah.
I guess
Orange.
so. I don't know. I'm not that familiar with sports, but
Green and orange.
I can picture something the kind of green, like aqua green, right?
Yeah. Dan Marino, Rainy Bells.
Oh, of course, yeah. Dan Marianne. Yeah,
Have
yeah,
you
yeah.
even seen Ace Ventura?
Not since I was maybe like 4.
Dan Marino, well, originally the Dolphin mascot, and then Dan Marino, both them getting kidnapped is like kind of the main plot point.
Yeah,
the whole
no,
thing centers around the Miami Dolphins.
That's cool. Maybe I'll have to watch it again someday. Probably not, though.
It doesn't hold up as well. Really homophobic.
Yeah, I recall that part at the ending.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And all throughout.
Yeah.
How's your week going, Alex?
Pretty average week, I'd say. You know,
That's good. Not bad.
It's the old rainy season here once again, so a lot of sitting around indoors. Yeah, we were blessed last weekend though with the Tampa Pro contest to keep us busy.
Yeah. What'd you think? Did you watch it live?
Yeah, I watched the second day, so I didn't watch all the qualifiers and all that, but I watched the full like semis and finals on Sunday or whatever the second day was.
Yeah. When you were watching the second day, who'd you think was going to take it?
Like going into it, or like.
I mean, you were watching all the runs. You were seeing them on the course. Who was really vibing out there?
Well, so I thought it was cool. So did you watch it at all, or are you just?
I caught little
curious?
bits, and then I watched some stuff after.
Yeah, so it was cool this time because they did it the kind of classic way where they don't tell the scores throughout. So you.
Oh, really? That's cool.
The contest ends and you don't know any of like they kind of keep you updated a little bit throughout the semis, but for the finals at least they didn't like tell everyone the scores, so you just had to like, guess,
yeah.
and then they made you sit through like 20 minutes of like some garbage awards that like weren't.
Oh, there's so many awards they do at Tampa.
Yeah, and
there's
then
always like the most improved player and stuff like.
Yeah, just a bunch of stuff. So it was like whatever, just not really pay attention, and then they go through like the all 10 in like 10th to 1st, you know. So it's like you don't even they should have just announced top 3, I thought, but yeah, So you get to go right from the bottom, who did the worst to who did the best out of
like
finals.
do top 10 all get a little bit of paper?
I think it's like top 8 do or something like that. Maybe all 10. I forget. It was more people than I was kind of surprised that like
It's like the 10th place person gets like $20
or
or like a $25 Earl's GC or whatever. Like
yeah, it's basically like that. But so like after the contest had ended, I knew it would be Jagger and Shane and someone. But it was kind of tough to say because lots of people had like one bail or like just like missed a trick at the very end or something like that.
It is always interesting that like kicking that, miss the front line on the ledge at the end, but it's in time. How much that fucks them up, I don't really know.
Yeah, well with Tampa, it's way better because they when you have like 3 seconds left, there isn't like a big buzzer. They let you kind of just get to the last trick.
Yeah.
And then like. Even though it doesn't go technically towards the score, I think if you're going to continue doing tricks after time and the crowd's going apeshit, like they're going to give you a little extra for that. Mm-hmm. So I thought it would be Shane and Jagger first and second, which is what ended up happening. I didn't know which
Jagger
order.
Was third.
Oh, right. I thought that he should have got second as much as I don't like him, but then I thought third should have gone to Kyrie I forget his name. The Japanese kid that was
Oh yeah. Oh god, his shit was nuts. He had a heel back lip
Yeah.
and a heel front crook in his line.
Yeah, Kairi Netsuki. But
Yeah.
the thing with his was there were some bails like early on, but then like the runs were so crazy, and I don't think he had one perfect run. Like they had 3 runs or something, and I don't
think he can podium without a perfect run though.
Yeah, and that's why he didn't, I am assuming, but I still thought he should have.
Also, Kelvin Heffler's name is just filled in second for every contest already.
Yeah, it is kind of funny that the second and third were the same as the Olympics.
Yeah, and then like, was Yuto even in it, or he just tagged in his April teammate to take the win?
He wasn't in it, no.
How psyched do you think everyone was when they saw that Nyjah missed his plane?
Probably pretty psyched.
I would think pretty psyched.
Did you see the clip of what he got up to instead?
Yeah, just went to AZ and got loco on the railing of a hotel.
Mm-hmm. Did you notice that? I'm assuming you didn't, but like he had a story all night the night before where it ended at like maybe like 9 a.m. Like sun was up and he was still like they were still going at it, and then like a couple hours later posted that clip. So either just slept a couple hours or just stayed up and then did that.
Could have really put a damper on the whole Tampa weekend. Like, Shane wins, but also Nyjah dies.
Yeah, it was more so, I think, just like, oh yeah, Tampa's going on? Well, this is more exciting, isn't it? Me almost
for sure,
literally dying.
Me and my DJ buddies.
Yeah, it was interesting. But, at least he made it out alive.
Do you think Nyjah rages hard these days, or is he like weird, like I don't party too much, but I stay up with all my buddies guy? Like
I bet he parties.
Just like really selective, weird like party drugs probably, and like not.
Yeah, maybe not even like. Yeah, I doubt there's like I would say probably just like drinking and stuff, but who knows?
I drink, and I'm not a top athlete like him, so I don't think he drinks.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
I do tend to agree. That best trick was kind of one of the wilder best tricks I've seen.
Yeah, I don't like watching those, but I don't mind watching the highlights after.
Just because it's hectic, or
yeah, it was the first day I wasn't watching anything, but I also know that I hate watching those anyways because there's too much going on. You don't know where to watch, and it's not enjoyable to watch at all for me.
That one I felt like they were better, where they were like, let's not run into each other. But it's just wild seeing some of the tricks go down that you're like, yeah, you don't even come close to getting money.
Do you think that the winning trick... Wait, first thing, what do you call the winning trick?
Front blunt. Wait, hang on. Yes, front blunt to front nose blunt.
Yeah, okay, that's what I would say too. But some of the internet and some of the people announcing at Tampa were calling it a front blunt to nose slide because technically the wheels are on the other side from where you pop the front blunt.
Nope, you just think if he went to nose blunt from the side he started at.
That's what I think too. But it makes sense to me the other way as well. And I was curious to see what you thought.
I mean, yeah, no, it is a one you got to think about for a second, as the fans just saw me thinking. But yeah, no, that's what it's called. No debate. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy moves out there.
I think there can be a debate, though. Not that I would take the other side, because I don't think that's what it's called, but I understand when people say...
You're saying because his wheels are over on the other side, but there is no, like, I'm on this side until you've landed or taken off. Like, just because people can pull out, they can pull back. Like, just because you're heavily leaned on that side doesn't mean now he's starting from that side. No,
I agree.
Fuck off.
Oh, well, I wasn't going to get mad about it and swear at them, but okay. Anyways, I
didn't swear at them.
Do you think that was a deserving trick to win the best trick contest?
Absolutely. It's completely bonkers.
You thought that was the best trick that happened in that session?
Oh, yeah, the way they poked that nose slide on the way down. Yeah, no, I think it was totally psycho. I think there's a bunch of crazy tricks, but, I mean, that's the one. And because I could have expected to see him, like, kind of slap it on the way out, but he locked it pretty decent. And, I mean, Jack Olsen did 100 things, but, yeah. Yeah,
it might be unpopular, but I would have given it to John D'Lo for the frontside flip fakie 90 fakie flip.
Oh, God, yeah. I think he just did it too early.
Yeah, I think nuts. I think that's the most impressive trick out of all of it.
He did it so quickly and so well.
Yeah, I think the might be another unpopular one, but I thought that Jamie Foy's trick was kind of ugly. It was cool that he did it, but I thought it was kind of ugly. And I would, well, if it were up to me, I think I would have given it to John D'Lo, but I guess it was deserving.
That would have been too cool.
I also wouldn't have been shocked if Jack Olsen got it for the kicky feeble back nose blunt.
Absolutely. And I think any other contest he probably would have. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to say. 'Cause, I mean, I guess had you never seen him do a feeble to back nose blunt, I wonder if that would have factored in. I don't know.
Yeah, both. Well, that and Jamie Foy's is like
A hard one to get
even
to.
though Jamie Foy hasn't done that one in a contest or that we've seen,
Yeah.
it is not like a shock that he did it. Like he does the like other combos pretty often.
Yeah.
He does front blunt slots and it just like I don't know. It didn't. It was pretty crazy, but like it didn't impress me as much as John Delo's. I don't think.
We're basically like every internet skateboard show talking so much about the contest right now.
Okay, bring up something else.
What's the opposite of irony?
Don't know.
Wrinkly.
Yeah. It took me a second, but I got there.
It's easier when you read it.
Yep.
You watched that Atlantic Drift video today?
I did. It was a great surprise this morning. I love a good something
Thursday
that I know I'm gonna like that I had no idea was coming out.
I tend to agree, but yeah, I also like stuff that comes out on Thursday when it's like, hey, we shoot this show on Thursday. Yeah, no, I mean, Tom Knox is great, and Atlantic Drift are great, and it raised a question. How do you, not a question, I guess, but I was more interested. What are your thoughts on the single spot parts?
I think it's cool, especially when it's actually good and it's a spot that I haven't seen. Like there was the one we briefly mentioned many weeks ago, the S part some guy had at some spot that I also hadn't seen, but it just kind of sucked. So it
sounds like I don't remember it, so it must have sucked.
Well, you didn't watch it, I remember. But either way, it was just like it's cool when it's done well. And I mean it's Tom Knox, like it's not going to be something shitty anyways, regardless.
Yeah, he does good.
It's
a good filmmaker. Yeah, everything about it is good. It also doesn't seem like that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff there, but it's not so obvious of like, oh, you just do this. Like, it's not like, oh, some crazy plaza where there's a million different ledges and stairs. Like, I don't know. It's not that easy.
And
the first line had like 10 tricks.
Yeah, and then he does. Like, I did think that at first, where it's like, is this just gonna be like skating down 5 sets of stairs and like grinding some of them sometimes? But then he does some other shit going the other way, and
yeah, it really opened up.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff in there for sure. I thought it was crazy that he could fakey tray downstairs and land on another stair.
Yeah, and that he could front half cab out, and I don't hate it. Like, it was obviously an audible of like, okay, I made it weird, and I front half cab out, but it still looked like cool.
Yeah. The front half cab out didn't bother me at all. I just thought it.
Yeah, the fakey tray seems crazy.
That's the whole trick, and it's like however you can land it as long.
And it wasn't even like on the old tray 50 where you're feeble. Like it was it.
Yeah, well, that's what I would where I was gonna go is like it. He fully locked it in the 50. He could have switch ollied out. He could have fakey ollied out. He could have done the 180 out or whatever.
Fakey tray out, you think?
I don't think he could have done that, but had he done that, it would be sick. But like the thing is, you would expect if you heard about that trick to be like, oh, he probably landed like basically a wall ride on the stairs and just kind of fell out. But he did it real well, which was
there was even one where he like just ollies down to a grind and goes like so far out on like the
I think that
film, like
that one
fish
might
in
have
the
been
beginning.
someone else.
Oh yeah, it was you're right, that was someone else, but I was also impressed how long
I remember the one. I thought it was cool too, the first Atlantic Drift HD video, which was a nice change.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I mean, they did the transition pretty well.
Yeah.
Good for them. Except for that he's got some sort of mark on his fisheye in the bottom left corner all the time.
I didn't notice.
Well, I did, and it ruined the whole experience for me.
It's too bad.
Yep, 2 out of 5. Would not watch again.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tom. Yeah, no, it was good. I do like those all spot parts though. Like as long as it's done well, it's cool, man.
Yeah, you think that you could get one of those under your belt one of these days?
I don't think I can get a part where I'm allowed to use every spot.
But if you're doing it all at one spot, you don't have to film as hard tricks. You just got to get creative.
I can't fakey tray. Okay, I'll do it next year. What's the spot?
You pick. It's not up to me.
The bridge up ledge in St. B.
That'd be a decent one, I guess.
Yeah, it'd be real hard. It's an uphill run to a shitty ledge.
Yeah, no, there's spots though that you could do it at, I'm sure.
I'm going to have the worst part this year at a bunch of spots. I can tell you the next one at one spot is not going to be good.
How many more parts do you think you got left in?
Honestly,
how many more do you think you got?
Man, these old bones, I'd be surprised if I put out 13 or 14 more parts.
Do you have a real answer or just the joke answer?
Probably 2 more half parts or maybe a couple more like novelty gimmick parts. Because it's like kind of more fun to think that way at this point.
Well, yeah, like a all at one spot part's kind of like a gimmicky part.
I thought of a one today that I'd never seen someone do, and you'd have to be pretty good, I think. But so if you had a part and you filmed every trick you filmed, you dressed up and filmed in a style of the person that is most recognized for it. Like, you know, if you're going to backlip something, you dress up as like, you know, 2000s Jamie Thomas and film it like tight VX fisheye. And then if you go to, I don't know, switch flip.
That seems so hard.
It does seem like a lot of work.
Yeah, that doesn't seem worth the effort. But it would be cool. You should do it.
No, I'm not good enough at skating. I'm doing this for someone who's good at skating and has like, I don't know, 20 cameras in the background and can mimic a lot of things.
Oh, you're suggesting I do this?
Nope.
Oh, I thought you were referencing all the cameras back there.
No, that was someone else.
Okay. Mark Suchu just put out a part. If it's Sunday and you're watching this.
Oh, yeah. It isn't Sunday in my world, and I'm looking forward to it, though.
Yeah, but when this is being watched, the part's already out. So how about that ender?
Yeah, I just don't know how that doesn't hurt his back.
I know, I was going to say it looked like his back must have done a full 360, and it's just inside of him twisted up now.
Actually, so it's like I guess technically like a 360, and then you 360 back the other way?
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of that.
Sorry, that wasn't his ender. That was like one of his enders.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of that Mark Johnson clip in Fully Flared where they like faked, like where he's, I think it's a Nollie 360 heel Manny and like his arms are twisted up and then they like have it spinning around more after. It was kind of like that, but real.
Yeah, I mean, he's done it a bit lately with like the jumping, but I'm actually impressed still how much he jumps, considering he doesn't need to.
Yeah, that front blunt. How about a gap out?
Oh, wait, yeah, I did see that ad. I was like, that's very specific. Yeah, oh my god. When I've seen other footage of that spot, I was like, A, it's to be the scariest ever, but it's also the coolest fucking spot ever.
I don't remember ever seeing anything on it.
It's in, like, you know, Mike Sinclairville. So I've seen, like, someone blunt it. Maybe Mason Silver or something.
True, that sounds about right, honestly.
Does seem right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it. You gonna watch it?
I watched it on Friday when it dropped. 2 days ago.
You're assuming everybody watches this show on Sunday, whereas our 3 viewers kind of spread out over the course of months sometimes.
Well, there's definitely no one watching it on Thursday right now when we're recording this, I'll tell you that much.
I'm barely watching this right now. How fucking terrible was that song in that former video? I don't know if that was the point, because it was
first
called
song?
like... No, well, I don't remember that one. That one at least sounded like a song, as I recall, but...
I thought it was the opposite. I thought the second song worked and the first song was horrible.
It was just insane noise, and I know the video is called like Audible Refuge, if that's the whole joke, is like I need to seek like refuge from how insane this song is. It was just like crazy noise.
I don't remember either song.
Didn't like it
right now, but I did write down that this first song is going to put me down.
I'll go rewatch that one because I remember being like, you know, it didn't stand out. But the second one, I was talking to myself, being like, "This is the worst song I've ever heard in a skate video." And
that's funny. So
all skate videos are as bad music. So
if we combine both of our thoughts on that video, then both songs are garbage.
We don't care for them.
So the second song I didn't mind, first song you didn't mind. So, you know.
I mean, I didn't find the first song offensive, as I recall. I don't remember it. But it didn't ruin my day.
Apparently I did. Apparently I thought I
you
might
almost
die
passed
from
out
listening to it.
Tricks were probably good. I don't know.
Yeah, the tricks were great.
Knocked out one of my senses, so it kind of fucked me up.
Did you watch the Santa Cruz video?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of that one?
I think Kevin Braun is very good at skating and produces a lot.
Keep the beard.
Oh, yeah, I also think that. I didn't make that note, but I did notice when he didn't have the beard. I didn't like it. It made me feel gross.
Mm-hmm. What did you say when I cut you off by bringing up the beard? Sorry?
Oh, I just thought he has a lot of footage and produces a lot, and it's really good. It's nothing really groundbreaking.
Yeah, I've always been quite the big fan, and this definitely didn't disappoint.
Do you like his, like, bow-legged kind of way he holds himself?
Yeah, I don't know. It's cool. It looks cool when he's skating.
I'm down. I saw probably a phone angle of his cab flip over a little street gap, and it looked crazy. It was so sick looking.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit strange, and maybe just unfortunate in the clip how obvious it is that he kind of lands in the curb cut. So it looks like a bit like he obviously clears the gap, but he just lands in it where you wouldn't have to clear the gap if you didn't want to.
Yeah, those are funny ones where it's like you made it. It's like pulling over near or pulling out near the end of a ledge. Like people would do that sometimes at Higgins Bar, and it's like you're pulling over like clearly near there, or like it's exact same thing, but just like. Yeah, you want to see it like where there's just so much on every side.
It's like skating a gap that's just like different colored ground where like you are clearing the gap, but like if you don't, you're gonna be fine because there's no gap, you know?
Yeah, people do it's like a gap off a ledge where the landing is kind of a curb cut or whatever. Like I remember Kieran kicked with this huge gap. Wait, did you film it? It's like
the one. No, I don't think so.
Okay, but it, like there is a defined end, but it's just like you can kind of land on it.
I remember the clip. Yeah, there's the one here too. The one like by the plaza that people used to always skate. It's like a loading dock, and then you gap over like a drainage thing that you can just ride over.
Wait, is it like train tracks? Not Boyd skated? Oh, that's a different one, right?
Yeah, but you might be thinking of the same one. But it's yeah. But anyways, there was one time where there was a bit of the drainage thing that was pulled out, so there was a gap that was like you had to clear over the hole that's like this big. And there's a clip it's gonna be tough to find, but maybe you can find it, of a kid fucking putting his foot all the way in
and he breaks his leg off.
No, he was fine, but like his entire foot is underground when he
I like as you're talking about a thing knowing where you're like, fuck, I'm giving myself homework.
I just remember like 2 years ago, or maybe no, like a couple years ago, seeing it and then trying to find it again like a couple days later, and how hard that was. And now it's going to be like years added to that. I think that Hall of Meat might have posted it, but like I'm going to be really scrolling to find it if I.
Wait, you said his leg didn't break off. So why would
but it's like a slow-mo iPhone clip where like it looks like he's about to fucking cut his foot off. So it's worth their post, I think.
I was always scared of that. The years where at Windsor Pool there was no grate in the hole at the bottom. It's just like a 1 by 1 foot hole where you're like, oh yeah, I'll just tip over and put my head in it and snap my head off. Mm-hmm. Never happened. Still got my head.
Yeah. So didn't get so lucky there the one time with your head though, hey?
What? Oh yeah, but that was climbing out. Concussed myself. Actually, the gnarliest. It's like 10 feet tall, and I'm like young, so I'm standing at the top. I'm like, I'll just jump to the grass, and I just caught my foot on like a wire because there's wires, and like just I'll jump to freedom, and then just like so it automatically flips you upside down, and you just like fall 10 feet onto your head.
Yeah,
if that happened on the way in, it would just be dead. Oh, absolutely. Except I was just leaving it, and like we went to Sev right after that. And I remember Jimbo was like I guess I was like pretty woozy, and he's like, you don't seem so good. Like, hey, what's up? He's like, do you remember where we came from? I was like, yeah, I think the pool. He's like, do you remember what tricks you did? I was like, no. I'd filmed a couple tricks, and I didn't remember them at all at the time.
Do you know now which tricks they are?
Yeah, it was years ago. It wasn't sick.
But maybe they could be playing right now.
It was a feeble grind and a tail drop in.
Very nice. That was
I always, when I talk about it, I do like the little fingerboard thing. Yeah, but it's like, by the way, at the time, not very many tricks have been done, so I'm gonna put that out there. And then I went to Weird Al that night, concussed, live in concert. Wow. Yeah,
good time.
Honestly, not as good as you'd think. He does. There's a lot of visuals on a screen because it takes a lot of time to change costumes, so it's a lot of like video. But I've seen the show several times, and it's mostly the same.
Same show every time.
Years apart, pretty similar.
Yeah, sounds about right, honestly.
Did you see Crank's story today?
Nope.
Oh, it's so dope. It's at like the courts. It had like very classic big old Crank Nolly Hardy in it.
Really?
Oh man, you should watch it. It's like a wedge to wedge.
I will watch it.
Yeah, it's like the hugest, like, because he used to run that Nolly Hardy back in the day. Big Nolly Hardy. And then just for bonus on the like surprisingly hard to skate little quarter to wall thing, he does a body varial revert that seems like, oh, that's chill, but you would just fall on your hip all the time. Anyway, it was a great story.
I'll have to check it out.
Very excited. That's not the right word. Stoked lately seeing like more crank skating clips.
Lots.
I feel like maybe like, or he was skating, not documented, but like maybe he was like just not feeling it for a while. But it seems like he's getting sparked again.
Maybe. Who knows?
That switch flip he did over a hip in a bowl a while ago was like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, that was pretty sick.
For him, for his age.
For anyone's age, too.
I would tend to agree.
Yeah. 4 minutes left. What do you want to talk about? Next week's going to be the actual big Halloween special. It drops on Halloween frickin' day, Tyler.
Really?
Yeah, it comes out next Sunday. Next Sunday is October 31st, aka Halloween.
Halloween 50?
I went to
Wait, is that the one?
I went to what's it called? Spirit Halloween store, like the classic store that shows up every year. The other day. It's fun.
Great business.
A lot of good stuff. Yeah.
I took a bath. I invested in them last year on fucking like November 15th. Just lost a lot of money.
Yeah,
it was selling cheap. I figured it was a good time. Damn, you spent a lot of money?
No, I didn't spend any. I didn't buy anything, but I saw a lot of Fortnite costumes, which was cool. Really like to see that. Thought about copping, but they only mostly had kid sizes.
Well, you're also kid size, so that's good.
Yeah, they had Skylar got a great costume. Can't spoil it, unfortunately.
You cannot.
But there will be a photo probably on maybe next episode if he wears it out sometime or something. I don't know.
Can't remember who, maybe Jared or Evan. Someone said our costumes last week were pretty lacking, but I also told them, yeah, that's why it was a warm-up. That's why it was a practice run for Halloween.
I don't believe that they thought my costume was lacking. I don't.
They said it was sexy and like off-putting, I think.
That doesn't sound like lacking at all. It sounds maybe the opposite.
I don't know. I did defend you. I was like, Doyle's is pretty good.
Yeah, well, hopefully Jared and Evan can have a better costume than my sweet clown last week. Put their monies where their mouths are, if you know what I mean.
Let's get down to business. I tend to agree. Yeah, wow, Halloween and 50th episode. So
yeah, and
I've been thinking about these coming up.
I have a very special surprise as well, but I can't spoil it
Nice.
yet.
Don't even. Yeah.
Maybe
is 50 bigger or is 52 bigger? Because that's a full year. What's the bigger episode?
In my opinion, 52, but also in my opinion, the extra special surprise that I have in store for next week, in my opinion, is probably the biggest of all.
You heard it here, folks. Alex Doyle is going to saw his head off live on Halloween.
Not at all what I said or what I was suggesting, but you'll have to wait and see. Tyler?
I tend to agree. Alex, I've been meaning to ask you, what did the left eye say to the right eye?
Just let me know. I don't
Said,
know.
Hey, between you and me, something smells.
Good one.
Thanks. I thought we should start incorporating more jokes into the show.
The way you presented that line was much funnier than the joke itself.
I mean, I'm not even joking. I was going to text you and be like, bring a joke. That's fun.
Well, is that the only one you prepared? You got one more for me?
Maybe. You
want
one
let's
more?
hear it. Yeah, of course.
Hang on.
Okay.
What's a... Fuck! All right. Okay. Whew. What's a foot long and slippery?
Subway you dropped in the sink.
A slipper.
That's good.
Thanks.
My eyes hurt. I don't know if you could tell through the phone that I was crossed.
I did because my phone like froze up and it was on the screen for a while. It was an aggressive cross.
What did the left eye say to the right eye?
Between you and me, something smells.
No, they just looked at each other. Me going cross-eyed was the answer. They didn't say anything. Their eyes, they don't have a mouth. They just look at each other if you cross them. Anyways, that's about enough of this, I'd say.
Alex, what do we say at the end of every single episode?
See you next week and hope you enjoy the time.
Love you, Alex.
Okay.
Wait, wham.
Let me grab it.